Joining me now is that incorrigible Texan himself. He is an AOC fanboy and comic, Alex Stein. Alex, you have been, frankly, out of control in recent days. I'm worried that I'm going to have to start some sort of a GoFundMe in the near future to bail you out of jail. Let's just have a look at some of your recent antics. Here you are, mocking the suicidal idiocy of LGBT activists who protest for Palestine, a place where they wouldn't last 5 minutes. Here you present your case to Plano Council in Texas.
I'm here representing Gays for Palestine. We're an organization representing the 2SL LGBTQIA plus community that stands with the persecuted Muslims who just want to jihad in peace, all right? So, a lot of people are rushing to judgment against the Palestinians right now because of the stuff they are seeing on TV. I just want to say, a lot of people have misconceptions about Palestine. Mia Khalifa, one of the most popular porn stars in America, who has done a bunch of lesbian scenes, is standing with the Palestinians. And just because they've thrown a few of my allies off of roofs in the past, that doesn't make them bad people. We must look past that. Because, you know, this is 2024. Palestine is changing. And just because gay people have had to run to Israel for protection in the past doesn't mean anything. We love that their women have very little rights. That's why they have such few traffic accidents. So we agree on more than you think. Palestine is on its way in the gay direction.
Alex, I have a lot of questions, but first let's not miss out on this song you wrote for the occasion.
I'll say it one more time. All the gays love Palestine. All the gays love Palestine. All the gays love Palestine.
That's the only section of the song that we could play. Alex, please explain yourself.
Well, Rita, you know that I'm insane and that I'm crazy, but what I do is called culture jamming. Like, I take the most absurd parts of our culture and I try to jam it in people's faces to bring awareness to it. And there's nothing more hypocritical in this entire world than seeing the LGBTQ community coming out in support of Hamas, basically. I mean, you would think that this was a joke written by Saturday Night Live, but this is a real thing. And if they were to go to Palestine, they would literally be thrown off a roof. I mean, that's not hyperbole. That literally happened. So it's just kind of shocking, I guess you would say, that people have such strongholds in their identity politics that they can't even, see the nuance of supporting an organization that literally wants to kill people because of their sexual orientation.
The only place members of the LGBT community are safe in the Middle East is in Israel, and yet they're doing that. It is beyond belief. Let's cross to Chicago, where the folks are finding out that elections have consequences. More than 80% of them voted for Joe Biden in 2020, and they haven't had a Republican mayor since 1931. Well, they're finding out the hard way that being a sanctuary city, well, it comes with some grim consequences.
How disrespectful that is to him. You don't have that right to do that to us. And we're not responsible. Y'all need to go to the root of the problem. You need to stop the busing, stop Sanctuary City, and it's not us against them. You all need to take care of it and quit trying to tell us this bull crap that you sitting up here telling. We won't stand for this. We say no.
Thank you. This is our community, and you just don't dump anything on us and expect us to accept it, okay? That is not what we pay our taxes for.
Alex, the residents there are clearly unhappy. They're unhappy about the illegal migrants flooding the city, but this is what they voted for at both local and national elections. The Democrats were clear in their policies. It was Trump and the Republicans who wanted to build that wall the last time I checked.
Well, Rita, a lot of conservatives will tell you that systemic racism does not exist, but I disagree. I feel like Black people have been marginalized in this country for definitely the liberal Democrat Party, for sure. They even started the KKK. So now seeing the Black community in Chicago fall victim to the policies that they thought they voted for that would help them, that would help the struggling people that can't pay their bills, can't afford to fill up their gas tank. But instead, they want to allocate our funds to help out Venezuelans with criminal history or sex traffickers or connections to the cartels in Mexico. When all these people want is a little help for American citizens, America first. But sadly, Rita, they do not care about American citizens, because if they did, there wouldn't be 22 military veterans that commit suicide every day here in America. So you can just look at how we treat our military vets and then extrapolate that to the marginalized communities. They get it even worse, in my opinion.
Well, we have seen also similar protests in New York, another sanctuary city. But Alex, they are getting illegal migrants there, and it is having an impact, but it is a fraction of the numbers that you see in Texas. So really, these border towns in Texas and Arizona have been dealing with this for years. It's only when your governor and Ron DeSantis too from Florida started busing these migrants to these blue cities that they're getting a taste of the policies they support.
And New York doesn't have the infrastructure. I'm here in New York, the Roosevelt Hotel on 45th Street. I walked by it, and it was just a bunch of basically like military-aged Venezuelan men. I mean, they looked like they were all could do a job, they could work, but instead they can come here to America and just get a free hotel room right next to Times Square, basically. And listen, I'm not anti-immigration. If somebody wants to come to school here, somebody wants to work in America, God bless them. This is a melting pot. I'm all for it. But the sad reality is that the Venezuelans or the other illegal immigrants that are coming here are not held to the same standard. If they commit a crime, they're not held accountable like I would be. So we have a two-tier justice system that is benefiting criminals, literally criminals. I mean, as soon as you come here illegally, you're considered a criminal in my book. Yet you get a free hotel room, you get a free air-conditioned bus ride, you get 3 meals a day, and we're encouraging it. I mean, we have the doors are welded open, not welded shut. So I'm not anti-immigration, but I am anti-sex trafficking and anti-drug trafficking. And they're using this immigration push as a way to smuggle in a lot of bad things that, unfortunately, I think it's only going to get worse.
Oh, you can be pro-migration and be pro-illegal migration. Illegal immigration is completely a different equation. And yeah, America has created a pull factor. You've always going to have the push factors, but you are creating a very comfortable environment for people to cross that border illegally.